Okay, we got our stream is going. Everybody, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, the channel, Omizu Paintz with me, Omizu. Appreciate y'all for coming and joining. When you come and join. I don't think anybody's here yet, so, but we're working on an intro. Let's see. Let's get going. Stream screen. What's going on with my light stand? Okay, guys. Okay, let us get started with the stream screen. Okay, we'll put our keyboard out, oh boy, and then we got make sure we're using the right pencil, and we're gonna continue just scribbly dibbly doing on our dog here. Scrabbly dabbly doo. I didn't do internet. So yeah, we're just gonna keep moving. I think we have, after this one, 2 more pages, or is it 3? Maybe more than that. I know at one point there was like 9 pages to go, so I did some at work today, so that cut down some of the pages I need to do tonight, as far as like adding in this part of the process. If I seem to be distracted, I'm listening to somebody's live stream. Our friend Emmett Ferguson on YouTube, a fellow painter, artisan at Huzzah Creative is his channel's name. So if you're interested, go check him out. He's doing some actual painting where I'm just doing light painting. So this particular color that I'm using is kind of more orangey than the layer underneath, which was more muted and lighter. This is brighter. It's definitely brighter, more color, more saturation to it. Not sure why I picked this. It smells like patchouli. I think it does. I bought it from a special bookstore and it smells like patchouli. Okay. Yep, we're doing the thing. We're doing it. There's kind of some scribbles going on in here that stick out a little bit too much. I'm trying to get rid of those. Let's see. Stream's going okay. Alright, let's look this up for him because he didn't know what patchouli is. Patchouli is a Pagostemon cablin, is a flowering plant in the mid. I don't know why I did sent or seen and not sent. God dang, and it said mad. Alright, where's my stream? Oh, I don't know. I might have to go use the bathroom, guys. My dinner is not. Okay. Let's see. Dinner's not sitting with me well, I guess. Hello, Joel. How are you doing? Just stopping through before bed. How was your shift today? It was okay. It went by pretty quick. I did some drawing on some of this stuff while I was there. So, yeah, made it through and had some dinner. Watched Fortune Feimster comedy special on Netflix, me and my wife, and then hopped on here to do this and live stream. But yeah, it wasn't bad. How's your night going? I guess getting ready for bed, so it is a bedtime. It's probably a good night to sleep, get under the covers, enjoy the warmth of bed, and fall asleep. I have a tendency to sit in bed, either scrolling through YouTube, watching some anime, or rarely put on some music or something to listen to and then try to... Not that I have a problem falling asleep. I'm pretty good at that. My wife hates me because I can fall asleep pretty much anytime, and she can't. Which I wasn't always like that, not when I was younger. I would stay up because I had all kinds of thoughts in my head. But I've learned how to just turn all that off, because I'd rather get some sleep and think about all the thoughts that I can't do anything about at that time. Oh man, I think I really need to move on to this next one, but God, I hate this iPad. My older iPad is just being a poo head. Not the same kind of crayon though as what we here in America think of as a crayon. It's a Conte crayon. You had a long day, good day, but just very tired. Yeah, I bet. Did you have to work too, or was it just the stream? Family stuff, usual. And I got like cat hairballs on me. All right, I think we can move on to this. So we have 3 more to go. Wait, didn't I start this one? Guess not. I thought I did. Okay, there's about 3 of these pages that have almost the same kind of profile for her. Should almost just copy and paste them. we'll see. Maybe I'll get on and game a little too after this, but it's about 9:35 p.m. here, so give myself, my wife has to get up early, so she doesn't want me to be up too late, because while she's on the phones for her job, which she works from home, I will be sleeping, and then she gets bugged out because I start snoring. Niece's birthday. Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Party in the AM. Jeez. And then the stream and some other studio work after the stream. Haven't been sleeping well for about a week now. Up every 2 hours or so. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. That's gotta suck. Yeah, especially if you aren't getting enough sleep. And then it just keeps compounding. Yeah, not fun. I remember I had a commission. I was working on 3 mural panels, all done in oil paint. And each mural had 2 panels to it that made up a total of, let's see, I'm assuming Canada used the metric system, so I'll have to do the translation here. Okay, I don't care about patchouli anymore. Let's see, feet, nope, not fet, feet to meters, not meters, meters, go. Not fun indeed, but I am hopeful it will pass soon. Seems to happen to me after the holidays. Not sure why exactly. Does it get stressful for you, the holidays? I know I would get stressed out every time the holidays come around, starting November. I mean, I don't know if you guys do. I don't think you guys have Thanksgiving. It's just like an American holiday, but I think you guys do something around that time, not sure. But yeah, starting November, late November, because Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then New Year's. It's just all kind of stressful that time of year. Let's see. So we had a total of 4 feet, which is 1.2 meters. By 6 feet, right? 1.8 meters. So each mural panel consisted of 2 panels, totaling 1.2 by 1.8 meters. I had 3 of those to do. I had a deadline. I think I started in like late winter, early spring. Took me 2 months to do 1 panel, and then I had 2 more panels, and I think I had to get it done in August, sometime in mid-August, and I finished the first one like in May, after working on it for like 2 months, I think. And I had 2 more of those to do. I knocked those last 2 out in those, 3 months, 2.5 months. Yeah, just as much oil painting as I had to do on the first 2. They were for a Japanese restaurant in Minneapolis, and yeah, one was a scene of a fisherman on a boat on the river with a bridge, and then you can kind of see like what was it, like a castle, maybe Japanese castle in the background behind a bunch of trees. There's all this foliage and stuff, and I was like going nuts doing all the foliage. the rock along the river, grass, all kinds of stuff. It was huge. Probably the biggest oil painting project I've ever done. And then the second and third ones had like a couple samurais in one, and then like some geisha in the other one. Just crazy. Yeah, I was towards the end there. I was getting like 2 hours of sleep in between long painting sessions just to get it done. Like literally having to set my alarm for like 2 or 3 hours or something, and then get up and then just spend hours just painting and painting and painting. But when it was all said and done, I was like so happy and pleased to be finished, but also I was happy with the end product. And the guy that I did it for his restaurant, he was happy with it too. He actually still has it, even though the restaurant closed. He still has those pieces. 2 hours is hard to like wake up from. Like knowing that you have to get up in 2 hours after being up for hours and hours working on a project, it's not easy. I had to like really, when the alarm would go off, I'd had to force myself to get up because I'd be like, you got to get this done. You got a deadline. And I don't think it, because he was they were doing some work on the restaurant, so they were trying to get it all ready to reopen. And he wanted the pieces up in these special eating rooms called, I know the word started with the Z. Let me see. Thank goodness for Google. Let's see. Name of Japanese private rooms in restaurants. Let's see. Starts with a Z. I know. Don't allow. Not Tommy. It's a special name. Are called Tommy rooms. No, there's a special name for it. Zashiki? That doesn't sound right though. Zashiki. I know it started with a Z. Maybe that is right. 7 unique types of seating at Japanese restaurants. Koshitsu. Booth seating, table seating. There's like private rooms. Zashiki, it must be Zashiki. I swear it was some other Z word. Zashiki, I guess, huh? Well, weird. Okay. Yeah, and then after it was all said and done, I was like, and I didn't realize this because I borrowed some, like I pulled certain images from the internet as a reference, and I didn't realize one of them was this Japanese actor that was in that Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai. What was his name? Japanese actor in The Last Samurai. Yeah, Ken Watanabe. Didn't realize it was a picture of him, so I like used his face. I like not yeah, and then there was the one of those geisha that I used off the internet. I've seen in other people's work, and I was like, oh man, they probably did the exact same thing. Just went to Google and then was like reference materials, like geisha reference material. The funny thing is, I think this particular image was not an actual woman. I think it was a guy that was kind of dressed up to look like a geisha. So I'm like, not that I have a problem with that. It was just like the fact that it was a reference material that I've seen in a few other people's works. And these kind of looked billboardish, but I don't know. I still like them, even though the references. I probably now would choose different references. But the one I had like Mount Fuji in the background, was like a really nice execution of the mountain. I don't think I've ever painted mountains like that. It was just so much detail, the color, I don't know. I have it somewhere on my Instagram. Eventually I'll repost stuff to my YouTube channel. This is messed up right there. Yeah, this was back in like 2013, 14. Maybe 2015. No, it was early because it was when I first moved to Iowa here. So 2013, 2014. It was probably 2014 because I moved here in the fall, and I don't think I got that project until like midwinter. And I think I started in 2014, that spring. I think when I was working on those, the last panel, I think I was working on that even up to when I gave it to him, because I ended up going up to Minneapolis, bringing along the panels, of course, because I was supposed to deliver them. And I was staying at my brother's house while I was there. and I was painting on that last panel at my brother's, trying to finish it. I don't know how I was, with riding on that very little sleep, that I was able to make the drive from Des Moines to Minneapolis. It's like a 3.5 hour drive, but just constantly moving. I probably took a break at one point in the trip just to kind of like sit in the car and relax for a second, because I think I was falling asleep at the wheel. But fortunately, it made it there, and got there, set up. It was like in my brother's foyer, and set up the panels, and was like painting on the last panel, trying to finish it up. Yeah, if I were to do that now, I would definitely do it differently. I should probably do some, because I'm trying to get back into oil painting, because I have some paintings that I want to kind of finish that I started in oil. So not that I forgotten how to oil paint. It's been some years though. Can't remember. Did I do anything during the pandemic? I didn't. I was doing a lot more acrylic stuff and digital stuff, I guess, during the pandemic. I think I may have had a oil portrait project just prior to the pandemic, but didn't do really much oil painting after that. But yeah, so it's nice to get back into it with this other piece that I started last week. But since I got this to do, I'm trying to get this done before I get back on that. Alright, so I think that one's done. We'll get in here, keep it moving. So we got new layer, keeping it moving. Keep it moving. It's like a conveyor belt. Just add on the next component and then move on. So I do have the next 3 days off from my day job, so that's nice. I will just maybe I'll like do what I did with those oil paintings and get very little sleep just to get all this done. It'd be nice to get this done really soon here, because then I can spend the rest of January and February not having to worry about this and just focus on my own stuff. That's why I kind of like having the freedom, even though it's not really a freedom, like having my day job and not, I don't know if I can handle, I guess if I were getting paid to do my own work, that would be great. I don't know, like doing work for somebody else, if that would be would create some problems with art, just making art, because it's like this. It's not my project, it's somebody else's project. I still want to put my best into what I'm doing here, because it is a reflection of me and my work. This I can kind of step away and not be like stressing about it like I would if it were my own work, because I'm invested in it, but only to the degree that I want to do the best that I can for these people. It's their book, but still a reflection of me as an artist, my work. But I don't want every project that I do for somebody else to be like that, because it's tough when you're stressing over, like, is it good enough? Da, da, da. I already do that enough with my work, my own work. Is this the right color? It's alright. If it's not, I can always fix it. It is on its own layer, so I can always change it to the color I need it to be. That is one cool aspect about digital. That you can really easily change as long as it's on its own layer. Once you have too many colors on one layer, you only want to change the one. It's hard to do that without adjusting all the colors on that same layer. Found those panels on Instagram, phenomenal. Oh, cool. Yeah, I would bring them up, but it's like, oh, it would take me forever just to do all that stuff since I don't have anything prepared. But yeah, that's cool that you went and checked it out. Yeah, they are, and I don't think the photos are the best, because I had to, what did I do? I think I photographed each panel and then took the two panels and then made one image from it. And at that time I was using like whatever iPhone was out at that time, or maybe a couple years out before that time, which was 2014. So I know the cameras are a lot better nowadays, higher resolution or bigger picture image. But yeah, the color is pretty close. Got stuff in my teeth from dinner. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but yeah, the one samurai guy in the foreground, that's Ken Watanabe. And then in the geisha one in the foreground, yeah, that's the geisha image that I pulled. Like all those images, I pulled the even the fisherman one was I think a ink brush painting. So I kind of had to translate that into a more natural looking Western style image. So yeah, those are all pretty much pastiches of all kinds of imagery, like the castle, the bridge, the fisherman on the boat, the dock. I don't know if the cat was that's on the dock was image I found. I may have just did the cat based on my own understanding of cat anatomy. The trees and all that, that's all my own invention. The rocks, the river, but like the second geisha, the second samurai in those the other panels, the bridges, the big bell, Mount Fuji. Yeah, those were all images I culled from the internet and then kind of collaged them together. So it's not actual real true environments. Some aspects of those images are, but yeah, they're definitely a pastiche. But they turned out pretty good for like friggin' huge oil painting. I don't know what I was thinking when I thought, oh, I'll just do these in oil. I was like, well, oil's a lot more classy when you're doing naturalist looking imagery. Can't really say realism. I mean, if I'm talking about photorealism, then maybe, but a naturalism is the actual, the true, the proper term. I got like chicken stuck in my teeth from Korean chicken. Alright, we're getting there. I have to say my best photorealistic image was the portrait of my brother's dog. I finished that sometime in the late teens, which I had started that portrait for him in like the early 2000s, and then, you know, the rough sketch and loose block-in of paint sat for many years until he kind of asked me like, hey, what about that painting? And I was like, shoot, I should just finish that for him. And I think I was ready for it at the time, because when I started it, I don't know if I was ready to do something like that at that time, but I would have did it. But I think what I did for him turned out pretty good. But I think that happened because of all that work I did on those panels. Kind of prepared me to do the dog portrait. I've done some other oil portraits. They're okay. I mean, people are probably looking at it and be like, oh, those are great, but they're I've been learning more about oil within the last few months. Then I have over my, let's see, I started oil painting in, my first oil painting was when I was 18 or 19. So about 30 some years ago. And back then I had been watching Bob Ross and William Alexander on public television here in America. And after years of watching them, I was like, and then reading some books on materials like oils and stuff like that, I was like, let me try this out. So I bought a set of oil paints and just started not painting like those guys, finding my own way of painting, but just watching them use the materials made me less afraid to give it a go. Then I learned how to like stretch my own canvases, which was pretty easy. But within the last few months, I've been learning a lot more about oil painting, the materials and stuff. That I want to try, because most oil painters use solvents. Now I want to try to do oil paintings without using thinners and stuff to paint with. I don't know if I'll go completely solvent free. I mean, there are some products that you can add and use with oil paints that do have some solvents in it. But as far as like using thinners to clean my brushes in between mixing paint and colors, I just want to kind of get away from that. It's just like, there's no need to be washing your brushes in thinner constantly, or using thinner to thin your paints out, and that's all I've ever done. I've never used mediums or even added more linseed oils. I just used straight from the tube, mixed the colors, used solvents to kind of thin them out and clean my brushes. So I guess maybe that's why a lot of my oil paintings have like a really dry look to them, but I don't typically varnish them. I may have varnished the ones for that guy's restaurant, like a spray varnish, which I'm wondering how they held up, because I probably spray varnished those at least the last two panels way before I probably should have. But I don't think they were wet when I did it, but they were definitely not fully polymerized. Yeah, I need to get rid of some of these lines. But yeah, one big, I don't know if anybody's interested, if they're interested in oil painting. A channel that has really influenced me as far as taking a look at oil painting again and how I oil paint is the I'm Painting Badly YouTube channel. This guy's from Illinois. He's been oil painting for not that long, like 3 years. But in those 3 years, he's learned a lot about oil painting himself. He pretty much paints in a impressionistic and always alla prima, typically alla prima manner. And he mixes his own paints. He doesn't use solvents. Yeah, really respect his channel. So I've learned a lot just watching his channel. And he usually streams like at least 3 times a week, like typically Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Streams on Twitch, but also has been streaming to YouTube. So he's on Instagram also under I'm Painting Badly. I'm without the apostrophe, and I think there might be underscores in between each word. Yeah, but definitely the I'm doesn't have an apostrophe. I think under one of my community posts, like 2 or 3 posts back, I list all the people that have just kind of been influenced by or inspired by. So his link is under there. Definitely a smart guy. His background is in engineering, and he I don't know what his connection was with OSHA, other than probably through his job, and just being like, I don't know, just being an engineer in general. I'm sure they have to deal with OSHA regulations constantly. But yeah, I think that was a big reason why he stayed away from solvents. I think his main reason is he's very much into the archivalness of work. So he doesn't want to do anything or use anything that's going to jeopardize or lose years off of a painting as far as archivalness is concerned. What the hey? Whoops. Undo all that. Undo. Spin this around. Okay. So that's top. We're going to do... We need to get this color. This color. Whoops. Shoot. Don't know what's happening there. Nope. Nope. Close. I can't do that. There we go. Alright, so we need to sample this layer. Ho! Our guy Michael Wilbur's in chat with Emmett. Cat wearing a dress, get a hip waders on, the BS getting thick. I like it. That's a shoe. Thought it was a couch at first. Do you prefer long handle brushes over short handle? Long handle brushes. They allow me to stand back from the canvas as I paint. Day's always good. Never had a bad day in my life. God, I still have the chicken. It's like, God. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I swear. I thought there was more to this than what I actually added here. Let's kind of clean this up. That's a little too bright in some areas. Somewhere I see. This is why. Dang it. Somehow this ended up on this layer. You Okay, well that was easy because that's not even on the same layer. That's on this layer. All right, so we got these. It's weird because you're not probably seeing a lot of this. Okay, I don't want to get too caught up in trying to redo this section, but it's going to be needed. It's going to be needed for certain, because we'll have at least one more highlight color we're going to be adding to this. Hey, laughing girl, how are you doing? I'm assuming it's early morning for you, because it is 2 hours before, well, less than 2 hours before midnight. So I'm assuming 5 a.m. for you. Getting up. Wait, is this the right color? I could be up. I could be up all night, but then my wife would be mad at me for staying up late when she has to get up early in the morning to work from home. And I'll be there laying, snoring while she's on the phones, taking calls. She doesn't kick me, but she pushes me if I start snoring. And then I wake up, I'm like, I wasn't snoring. And she's like, oh yeah, you were snoring. Oh, 6 a.m. Okay, so that's an 8-hour difference. Yeah. I was thinking 7. But I forgot, you're in South Africa. Wendy is in England, which is, I think, an hour or so less or behind South Africa. Yeah, my wife would push me around to wake me up, and I'll be like, it's the dog, because the dog snores too. Like, you're not pushing the dog. My thing is like, why are you working from the bed? Go set up in this room. But nope. The bed is where she works from. Yep, I blame the dog, because the dog snores too. I'm like, listen, she's right there snoring. That wasn't me. I was awake while I was sleeping, so I know I wasn't snoring. Like, that definitely was the dog and not me. And she can't yell at me because she's on the phone with people, and it's a recorded line, so you can't be yelling. So she just pushes me. She'll give me a good shove. So yeah, it's already Monday for you. Yeah, the UK has 1-2 hour difference than me most of the year. Yeah, I was looking at like a map of the different time zones, Yeah, it's always that kind of game. But yeah, I was looking at a map of the time zones, and over on your side, your guys' side of the pond, or the Atlantic, they do some weird stuff. Like, how is that creeping over into this area, but still that time when it's? I don't get it. I guess maybe it depends on the countries. Maybe some countries don't adhere to time zones. But yeah, I was like, that. How does that work when you're straight in line with these other countries and it says it is this time zone? But yeah, and then you guys being on the in the southern hemisphere, being your summer, when it's our winter, that just really throws me off. Time zones and hemispheres and alright, I think I can now leave that page again and get back to this page, which I was supposed to be grabbing that color for and doing this side. That's weird. This color is weird because the color underneath it is lighter. It's almost like this should go under the lighter color. And then this drawing is looking great. Yeah, the summer winter thing is confusing for sure. Yeah, what about the way the water swirls in the toilet? Like, that's even crazier. Like, here it's clockwise and down there it's counterclockwise. That is strange. Do rivers run uphill too? That's the thing about living on a sphere. It's that there is no, wherever you're at, up is up and down is down. We need proof of the swirling toilets. How the water... I'll just video my toilet. There's probably video out there. There's for sure video out there. People are just like, this is a crazy phenomenon. Yeah, do rivers flow uphill? Here they go. Is it downhill? I don't know. I'm sure if there's enough pressure, they'll go uphill. Gosh dang it, I got something stuck in my teeth. It's annoying me. Need to see the video for proof. Video is not necessarily proof. It's all fake. AI generated reality. Alright, this has got a very more saturated color look. You can barely make it out. Uh-oh. Is my screen flashing? True, they could just flip. Yeah, all they have to do. I mean, nowadays it's like the phones have already flipped everything because people don't realize they're filming. You'll see like words on their clothing and it's backwards. Like, can't these phone company or these manufacturers figure this out already? Like, why do you have to change the orientation? I don't even know if you can. I had to flip my video in OBS for my my camera here, so that when I look at it, the orientation of everything in my room matches what's being shown in the screen. Even though this is showing on the left side, that is actually my right side, my right shoulder. Yeah, I want to be able to read what people are showing on the screens. They're like, look at this. The street signs are backwards. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that says. What that sign says that you're pointing your camera to. It's backwards. You're making me do work. You're making me work harder. Alright. Well, let me turn this off and see how much I actually got. Whoops. Doesn't seem like a lot, so we'll come in here. Come in here and then add it in there. So you got big plans for the day, laughing girl? You have to work? I don't know if I should probably do this up to midnight instead of trying to do a gaming stream. Oh, but I really want a game. What I really want to do is work on that oil painting. More than gaming, I would rather work on that oil painting. Start work a bit later today. That's nice. You don't have to go right away, but still, you have to go. Shocking, I'm awake now. Couldn't sleep, huh? Does Cecil wake you up? Like, jump on you and start looking at you with his big eyes. Just waiting for you to give him some food. Someone said I should have a coffee outside to reset your clock. Oh, like outside? Is the sun already up? Wait, I forget the days are getting... Well, now they're getting longer for us, so they should be getting shorter for you guys, right? So, the sun... Do you guys do a daylight savings time like we do here in the States? To me, that just doesn't make sense. Sun is up, blinds are down. Oh, okay. You're like my wife. It's like, gotta have the blinds up. Or not up, but down, like closed. You have blackout curtains. Because I don't think she can sleep. Like, I don't have a problem falling asleep if the light's on, the TV's on. The window blinds are open. Well, we don't have blinds, we have curtains. You know, sun could be streaming in. If I'm tired, I'll fall asleep, which can be a problem at times if I'm trying to stay awake. Okay, I think I got this. Is like quite done. Alright, so we got those two laid in there. This is the last page, so we will do, and I know they look little, the dogs, I need to change the dogs' shape of their heads. They look like strange Weeble Wobble characters. Wobblies or Weeblies or whatever they call them. Okay, is it this one? Yep, we're gonna add this layer. I am going to turn this layer off because I cannot see it. I cannot see this layer with that layer. Just scribbly, scribbly, scribbly. So, thinking I'm trying to get the dogs done, but I should probably do the cats layers too as I go through each of these passes of each page here. Oh, I should have that on so I can see where these are at. First thing in the morning, I look for Cecil. He's in a new spot this morning. Haha. Still sticking around. He's found his forever home. Or their forever home. Not sure. Is it a male or a female? They don't care. I'm gonna try to have coffee outside. Try super hard not to go back to sleep now. Yeah, I have that same issue. So easy for me to just go back to sleep. But if there's something I need to do, and that's a hard need to do, I can certainly go back to sleep real easily. Trying to be more productive. I don't know for what reason. Is it to prove to myself or everybody that I can be professional? Because I've always been non-professional. That's why I'm like I'm a semi-professional artist. Because I am so lazy. I only want to do work half the time. The rest of the time I want to play. Let's see, I'm not sure, haha. Apparently these geckos are mostly females, but I've been calling Cecil a boy. Starting to wonder if he's a grunt or something. A grunt? Is that slang? When you say grunt, my American mind thinks a basic soldier. You're a professional, but I get that feeling where you gotta stay productive. Yeah, I don't always feel like a professional, but I just do it, and I think that's the professional part. When I don't want to do it, that's when I'm not professional. When I don't want to do it when I should be doing it, that's not very professional. But I also have to live my life and not be controlled by these made up I don't know how to describe it, made up rules, self-imposed rules or societal rules or expectations. Maybe that's a better word. Societal expectations. Oh man, I'm watching Emmett do his painting, and he really knocked that out. Looking good. That's kind of where I want to get with my oil painting, where I can do a piece and not be worried about having to do all kinds of detail. Just enough detail. I was really productive last year. I've been struggling a bit recently, been having a hard time being productive recently. Yeah, when you put a lot of energy into it, it kind of takes a lot out of you, and you have to recharge, but like, what does that mean to recharge? That's why I think a lot of these like bigger names, more professional, like blue chip artists, sometimes they take years and years to produce stuff for like a particular showing or exhibition, or just producing so they have something. But I'm sure most of these professional artists are working towards a specific thing, so they don't waste, at least in my mind, this is how I look at it, like they don't waste time. But I'm sure they have their moments just like the rest of us where they're like, I don't want to do any work. Or they're like, oh, what is this the direction I should be going or what? Then again, that's all made up in my own head. Like, I don't really know what's going on. Even the stuff they show us, that's all rigged. Okay, let me see. I had that turned off, right? This was turned on. Alright, so now, since I got those in, I will clean this up. These need something. This. I like that too. I'll check out Emmett, but that impressionism style with just enough detail. Are you aware of his channel? Yeah, he's live streaming right now. Yeah, he just set up a still life like literally an hour ago, and he's already got a painting. Oh, you are in it. Okay, I see you. Michael says, I paint in Yellowstone Park and they are sold to the Chinese tour. Oh, he sells his paintings to the Chinese tourists. Nice. I missed all of that. You just gotta do it. Yeah, I think you've mentioned it to me before. Okay. Yeah, I saw you're in there. Yeah, I can't see it very well. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. I don't know if it's impressionism or expression and 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 what am I trying to say? And then an expressionist manner. You can't wake up right now, do it. Is this the battle that's going on in your head? I mean, if you have something that you feel strongly about doing, then that shouldn't make it too hard or too difficult to wake up. Sometimes you just got to get moving, and once you start moving, that is oh yeah. Yep, just get the coffee, go outside. It was Bam Bam on Joel's live last night who said this coffee outside reset thing. Okay. You know, being, I don't know what the temp is outside. Having a hot cup of coffee would be nice, but I am not about to stay outside for too long. I don't even want to be out there that long when I take the dog out to use for her to go to the bathroom. Just long enough for her to do her business, sniff around a little bit, and we gotta go inside. But that shouldn't stop anybody just because it's cold. Yeah, I feel like before work I waste so much time sleeping. I want to stream in the mornings like you and Travis do. Yeah, Travis will go to the gym. He'll get up, but he goes to bed early too. He says he goes to bed by 9 p.m. He's in Pennsylvania, which is, I think, an hour or two ahead of me. So he'd be like, the birds are chirping. Yeah, birds are chirping. That's a good feeling to get out there. I don't know if you have like a place to sit, a patio or anything. Just pull up a table, drink the coffee, and enjoy just the things around you, the sounds, smells. There's a breeze. Eventually it'll warm up in 3 to 4 months. I'll be able to enjoy some time outside. But yeah, definitely want to be more productive at this time. Oh, I guess Emmett's stream is done. I mean, that was a good painting session, I think. I don't know if he's done with the painting though. I'm thinking he might do another session. And Travis has been posting some of his songs up. He posted one like 4 hours ago, and I listened to him like, damn, this is a good song. Very catchy. That makes sense. Travis is a machine waking up at 4 a.m. That's commitment. Yeah. If you go to bed at 9, it's easier to wake up at 4 a.m. If you go to bed at midnight, not so easy to get up at 4 a.m. Yeah, my typical time I go to bed is sometime between 11 and midnight. Sometimes I go past that. Definitely makes it harder to get up, but for some reason, I've always been able to get up when I need to get up when it's working for somebody else. But if it's me doing my thing, I cannot get myself up. So to make this for me my full-time job, I'd be sleeping in all the time. I don't think I could get up early like I would for some other thing that I don't care as much about as I do this. And getting up early to do this, I'd be like, it's my job. It's my business. I'm going to get up at the time I want to get up. I feel like I'm definitely more productive when I get up earlier to do stuff than staying up later. Because then I get super tired. I'm like, I just want to take a nap. So, but I've always been more of a night owl than an early bird. But as I've gotten older, I don't mind getting up earlier. And would rather do that than stay up late. If I had to go to bed at 9 p.m., I'd only have 2 hours to chill after work, and I'd miss all of the streams. Yeah, it's easier waking up for someone else. Yeah, I guess for you... So my screen is... Let me reset my sources real quick by turning everything off. My sound's gonna go... Oh, it already did. My sound was gonna go for a second, or microsecond, while I reset these things. Hopefully, I know every once in a while these cords and stuff, connections, do some funny stuff with OBS. Well, since Emmett's gone offline, I'm also more of a night owl, but I love the early mornings. Yeah, same here. I could definitely stay up real late if I wanted to. I always found staying up late, it's easier to kind of get into a work mode, because the thought is that since it's late, people aren't doing much, or they've gone to bed, so it's quieter. So I feel less inclined to be wanting to do stuff or wanting to watch stuff or whatever, because there's nothing really going on later in the evening. And just the stillness and the quietness of night stills my mind, the active mind, so I can focus more on the things I was doing. Like when I was filming and skateboarding more, way back when, it was easier for me to stay up late editing video, uploading video and stuff, and then editing, and just sit there till late in the night, early morning, editing. I get so tired, I'd just be like, oh, okay, it's time to go to bed. Be like 5 a.m. after an all-nighter, just editing, or even making art, like painting. I'd probably work on some paintings and then go jump on the computer and work on some digital stuff. I've always stayed pretty busy. Okay, I think we got quite a bit going on here. And I keep thinking it's almost midnight and it's still not even 11 p.m. Okay, okay. So, let me do the cats before I start adding another highlight layer to the dogs. So, we got these guys, and then we have we do have them. So we got Harry. If we go Harry, we're gonna go this color. Where's the cats? Where's the cats? So we got that one there. Where's the other cat? Oh, here we go. Here's Harry. Man, it's so quiet. Dang, Story Grub is already online. Wonder if they're about to go offline. Cute, that white cat is so adorable. Oh yeah, so these are the images from the very first book I did. And they turned out pretty good. I'm trying to recall the brush that I used because it kind of had a shakiness to it. Whereas, whoops, not that, but the brush I'm using now is a soft like airbrush. But there's definitely, I was using, I don't know if it was this one, because this one gave a more shaky line, but I don't know if that's the same. But I've been using more of this soft, just straight airbrush. Yeah. Face is a little wonky. The eye should be moved down a little bit, but I don't know if anybody caught that. I could probably take the whole nose and muzzle and then just center it better. Like just slightly rotate it towards the left and then get it more straight and center it on the eyes. But then I think about, like, most of us, we're not perfectly symmetrical. But yeah, you could definitely tell that eye is not quite on. And I don't know if I was thinking like, oh, the head's slightly turned. No, it would be turned the other way. But we'll try to make sure we don't make that same mistake. I mean, the book got 5 awards, so somebody didn't notice that, and that was especially me. Yeah, still cute. Still cute. And then we got the other one. The other one is Leroy. This is Leroy. Leroy and Henry. So Leroy's face looks right. Henry's face is off slightly. But yeah. Trying to make sure they match. So I got to make sure Leroy's head is the right size. And the body. I think I've got Henry mostly. Leroy, some of the Leroy images I need to clean up a little. fix. But we will make those changes as we move along. We just need to get these colors in. Yeah, asymmetry. Asymmetry is more interesting usually than symmetry. Unless you're doing, well, even geometrical works, if asymmetry might be more interesting. All right, this has to definitely turn off. Or where is it? These. Come on, where is it? The bubble. Where's the bubble? These got to go. Nope, not that. These got to turn out. There we go. Now we can fill in. Oh, Story Grub finished their stream too. Everybody, there was a lot of streaming today on Sunday. Funny thing is, I was in my earlier stream, I was remarking on how nobody streams on Sundays because I could never find anybody to watch on Sundays, and then everybody goes on Sunday. Maybe it was a holiday thing. People were just staying away from Sundays. I feel like they were because of the typical workday starts on Monday, so nobody wants to do anything on Sunday except relax before they have to go back to work. All right, so yep, Henry and Leroy. I kept calling Henry Harry for some reason, but his name is Henry. Gotta make sure I leave a little bit of that along the edge. And then just need to fill these in, not worry too much about a lot of Sunday streaming worldwide. Okay. Certainly need to get these. This color laid in here. Let me see. I need to see my outline though. Need the outlines for the cat so I know where I'm going. Where are my cat outlines? Do I have cat outlines? Yeah, we do. Right here. Oh man, I need to redo the outlines is what I need to do. Somehow, I need to remember what brush I was using. And I feel like it might be this brush. Let's try it. I think I had to rebuild this brush. Let's do this. Oh, it needs to be thinner. Yeah, it kind of looks like that brush. Kind of. I think that pink bit, because this goes like this. Oops. Yep, need more of the pink. We're gonna do this over again. Did I make that brush? Yeah, I made it from, I took this brush, the soft brush, and I duplicated it, because you can, where is it? If you tap on, well, where is it? No, is it this way? Oh, it has to be in, so, these are all my recent brushes. If you go to a brush set, then you can duplicate it, and that's what I did. And then once you duplicate it, you can go in and adjust stuff. So shape, what did I do? Grain, you can change the grain. Stabilization, I haven't played too much with brush making, but yeah, I did change it. So the one that this one here, all I did was I changed a little bit of the spacing, stroke properties, I changed some of the spacing, and I gave it this jitter. So that's what makes it kind of weird on the edges, uneven, is the jitter. So this one's you can set it so it just really goes nuts. 41 is what I had it at, so somewhere around there. 41. Spacing we got at 17, but you can change how far apart the brush is. So you can see it's made of a number of just the single dots. And the less spacing there is, the more it looks like a line. Did I say 17? Yeah, 17. I think I did odd numbers just to be odd. Yep, so you can go in and you can make your own brush. So basically, they have these shapes. You can source your shapes. So you can import. So you can actually use this application to make a brush. So if you go in here, and I've done it before, you just create a new canvas size, and you want to go with something square but not too big. But the more detail you want, probably the bigger the square. So we got this big, I think this is the biggest, and you can actually use a brush. So here's a technical pen, and I'll just use black. Just make a crazy old shape. And if you save this, I think okay, so if I save this, so share, I think if I save it as a PNG, now I have that file, and I'll save it to files, and I'll call it Crazy Brush, save. And then you go, so I go back into my, right here, where was I? It was this one. And if I go in here, so can I duplicate this? So I'll go to the airbrush again. I'll duplicate it, it had 19 spacing. I'll change it again to 17. Jitter, I think it was 41. If I go to shape, edit, import file, that's where it was, and I use crazy brush. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I forgot to do one important step though. So all I have to do is cancel, and I go back out of the gallery, get out of my stack. This I need to turn off because it gave me a background. The canvas had a background. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. So I turn off the background color. So now it's just that shape. Now I export it. PNG. File. I'm going to call it the same thing. It'll replace crazy brush. Save. Replace, because I don't want that old one. It's not necessary. Get out of there. Go back here. Go back to the file. Duplicate this brush. And go back to the same jitter. Go to shape, edit, import file, crazy brush, even though it looks like it has a background. So now, oh, where is it? Did it not import? Maybe it's too big of a file. Done. Where's my shape at? It might be too big. Or, well, if I import a photo, I have a background. It'll just give me a background. Or was that not that was the one. Might be too big. Hold on a second. I hate when I need to set these up so I don't waste all this time. So yeah, it's probably too big. So if I go canvas size, crop, settings, let's go half that, 1024. And that's length. Is that length? Okay. Done. Okay. I mean, since my file was bigger, it cropped it, so we'll just leave it at that though. Whoops, meant to save it. I hope this works. So we go back to here. PNG, save the files, crazy brush. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna look like a fool. Replace. Definitely gonna look like I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a while, but just go through the steps. Stroke path, jitter, 17, shape, come on. Yeah, work this time. Import file, crazy brush. No, why are you not showing up? Somewhere along this line, I am not doing something. Or is it too big still? About this brush. Properties. I know it has something to do with the size. It's gotta be the size. But I mean, it should still do it. Alright. Let me try it again, canvas. Not so cool when I can't get it right. Settings. Let's go half this, so that'd be 512. We're gonna boost that to 150. Done. Alright. We're gonna clear this layer, and then we're gonna take the brush again. Okay. Now let's save this. This better work this time. I'm gonna get upset. Maybe it needs to be a JPEG, so we'll do both. Save the files. Crazy brush. Replace. And we'll also save it as a JPEG just in case. Save image. But I think it has to be a PNG. Okay. Weird, I wonder why it's bugging out. Yeah. I know I'm missing something. Maybe a step or something. Or not making it the correct. We'll just worry about that whole other stuff later. Import. I don't need the source library. Oh! You know what? That's right. That is right. Because I didn't. It's not the right. Cancel. That is right, because I didn't do it reversed. Okay, let me see. Is there a reverse? Gradient. There we go. Just change the brightness, I guess. Now it's reversed. And we will save it as a PNG. Should work this time. Crazy brush. I don't know why it has to be reversed, but that's how it has to be, I guess. Alright, let's do this now. I knew there was a step I was missing. Now, we'll go to our brush, edit, import file, crazy brush. There it is. There it is. Done. You can also, so there's a grain to it also. I don't even know if I have a grain. So basically this grain is straight, just flat. I can go to source library and they have all these different grains. So basically you're kind of doing the same thing as with the brush. But instead it's like, okay, here's rough charcoal. So this is the grain made with this shape. Wait, oh shoot, wait. I didn't, did I save it? Did I not save it? Come on. Edit, I didn't say done. We'll just use this grunge. And done. So now that's the grain. This is the, oh wait, where'd my shape go? I swear I hit done. Okay, then you hit done, so now you got that. You can change the jitter, spacing. So it's basically like a stamp, but then you add spacing, gets less, you add more to it. So yeah, it just kind of stamps it. And then it's got pressure sensitivity, so you can, if you go real light, it's faint, and the heavier you push down, you don't really have to push down too heavy, but yeah. So then you got your brush. So you can actually, you can take a photo of something, turn it black and white, reverse it so it's like a negative, import it. That will be your brush and could also be your grain. So there's so much you can do. There's people on the internet that have tutorials and stuff on how to do this, or ways of making textures and stuff to import. But yeah, it's pretty much that easy if you have Procreate. We'll go done. I got black. Oh wait, did I select that? So this is my brush. At this size, you can see that it makes that pattern. I'm gonna change the size of the brush even smaller, finer. You know, you can't even tell at that scale, but when you zoom in, you can start to see it, and it gets pixelated because of the size of my canvas. But yeah, yep, I learned that a while ago. I just have to remember the negative aspect of grains and shapes for when you import it. So I think even the bigger the file, like the more fine or detailed your brush will be. But then again, it's also determined by the size of your page, you know, because the dots per inch within that page, the DPI, there's a lot that can affect how your brushes look. So I need to go back to that brush. I can keep that brush just in case. Yeah, I should probably do tutorials like that, like video tutorials, but there's already people online, plenty of people who are way better than me doing that stuff. That's already there. But I don't mind showing people, like in my lives, the process. And there you go. I do have it on video now. You just have to look for almost 2 hours in to this video to find it. Yeah. I don't know. Do you use digital drawing programs or apps? Oh man, I didn't even save that color. Oh, that's right. I was using this brush to do these outlines. So I thought I had an actual outline. And not just these. I swear I did. I guess not. So let's make that opacity even lighter. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. This might be the chin. No. Yeah, but for the longest time I was using Linux, so I mostly worked in Inkscape. Not familiar with that. Alright, so would you do all that? Is that like a desktop? Since I switched to Apple, I haven't completely figured out Procreate. Yeah, Procreate, it's, I don't know, I intuitively took to it because I've used other drawing and painting apps in the past. So there's, as long as you know kind of the basics, like basic tools, then you can start to like learn the other aspects of the app fairly quickly. Yeah, because most of the time I just use like the basic brushes. You know, layers are important, you know, especially if you're doing different colors. Because you want to be able to change stuff when you need to, and if it's all on one layer, then it's hard to do that unless that's what you're trying to do, is just work on one layer or only a few layers. Like some of my drawings here, like when I do these, my quick sketches, I just want to do one layer. So, because I'm trying to capture the feeling of paint, like actual like oil painting. So I don't want to have to bother with layers. If I need to change something, I'll just use an eraser or just use like a lighter color and just paint over it. So instead of doing all kinds of undo, I still undo stuff, but like, you know, just try to get more of a painterly look. I'll just use one or two layers. Try not to undo too much. Stick this pretty much sticking with one brush, which is, in this one I use the oil paint brush. I should probably modify that brush or make my own, but yeah, just stick with that one brush and just kind of, so because I'm trying to get back to oil painting again, but I want to be more like free with the composition and not sketch anything up, just start painting. So I've been kind of practicing digitally, not undoing, but just keep painting. Yeah, thanks. I turned this into an NFT. Nobody's tried to buy it yet. One person, I think, when I minted it, I didn't mint it with an actual price, so it was like you could pay $0 for it, and somebody picked it up. So I was kind of, when I saw that, I was like, I don't care, because I made 20 in addition of 20. So I'm like, I don't care. Let's see if anybody picks it up, because ever since I've been doing this, only one person has purchased work from me as an NFT, and they did pick up 3 different ones, and they were probably like $1 US currency. So it's not like they're super expensive, but it's just getting the right person that's interested in this type of work to see it, to give them the opportunity to buy it if they want. And it's like, man, I'm not selling this stuff for tons of money, so I'm surprised people aren't trying to grab it. But, you know, if they're not familiar with you as an artist, or they see like you do digital work, but it's still in a traditional manner, Because a lot of the stuff that seems to sell is more experimental digital work, where there's more animation or moving stuff, or more computer generated graphic looks. Yeah. You've only had scammers try to buy NFTs from you? Yeah, one person, they spent probably $3 American dollars total, got three works, and that was right when I joined the certain platform, and that's it. And then the person that picked up that free one, I don't think I've had anybody else buy. And I got quite a few on there. Like, let me see. So it's on this site called Object, and these are all my NFTs. You can see the most expensive one I have is 5. So the currency they use is called a Tezos. I really like this platform. So a Tezo, one Tezos right now is about $1.25 US dollars. If I had my other phone on, yeah, I only have this one that's animated. Only one that's really animated. I want to do more animated ones. This one was my comment or response to Maurizio Catalan's sale of the banana, or the comedian is what he entitled it, for what, was it $2 million or $6 million at the last Sotheby's auction. So this is my comment. So this banana is training. That's why it's called Training Day. This particular banana is training for the next sale. And he's got the little roll of duct tape up there cheering him on. As thoughts of duct tape, money. Even Maurizio Catalan, like one of his works, the image of his work is in there spinning around. There's like Warhol's $sign in there. I made these white kind of panel looking things. They're supposed to represent the wall, the white wall. And I just kind of got them in there floating around doing all kinds of stuff. Banana's a little small, but that's okay. Yeah, object.com. Yeah, just like a little response or commentary on the sale. More tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. I'm surprised nobody's tried to pick it up. Actually, I didn't post this one for sale. I think this is the cleaner one. Let's see if I go back. This one's a smaller version. This might be more... Yeah, this is the smaller version. And I posted it for half a Tezos, which is 62 cents US dollars. I'm like, really? But if you go to explore, you'll see this. People are constantly posting stuff. Like, there's some really cool stuff like this. I like stuff like this is kind of cool. But the thing is, you can buy... Oh, it's not even working. Weird. You can buy this stuff, but how... Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, how... If I wanted to show the stuff that I bought... Okay, so here's mine. Here's my profile. These are the ones that I bought. And I don't spend tons of money on them. I like really small amounts of money. So I got... Obviously, I own all of the ones I created. I don't remember buying this. This one was animated. Maybe this is a new one. Yeah, this one was... This was supposed to be animated, I thought. Oh, end of a long year, a gift for friends, keepsake. Oh, so this was gifted to me, I think, by the artist, because I bought this work from them. So I guess they get... Oh, I didn't know you can gift stuff. I'm going to probably try to do that. So I bought this particular work from that same artist, Rural Idyll. I thought this was really cool. I'm like, it's like those old clocks, the sundials, but then they're animating it, and a lot of their work is just like these kind of monoliths. And it's just like, it's cool that it's like a GIF. I don't know, but it's like, how do I show this stuff? What if I want to put this up like on my wall on like a screen or something? How do I do that? Because it's like all my NFTs are on my account. And like I can't show them to anybody. Or I could. I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but you had to renew your passport. Still waiting for it. Okay. You plan on doing some traveling then. Which one? You want to buy this one? I don't know if they may have minted some more. I'm not sure. So there was a total of 7 minted. So I was lucky enough to buy one of them at that time. I think it was only like a single Tezos, maybe a couple Tezos. But yeah, there's a few I bought from people just because they're kind of like interesting. The price is low. This was the first one I purchased. So it's kind of like the globe in fishnets. And it says, I see your watermark rising. This one was pretty hilarious. Oh, the banana one? I mean, if you're on object, I can... I don't know which one, the large one or the small one. Because this large one, I haven't posted the large one for a price. But, you know... I don't know how many I made. Oh, I made 1,000 of them. I'd just give you one. I can just gift you one. So if you got an account... Oh, my chat is lagging now. Dang it. I bet it's because I'm on this. It's definitely because I'm on this. Let me get off of that. It's probably going to affect it because I went to that app. Yeah. The chat is laggy, but not my audio. Just trying to recover your wallet. Your passport had to be renewed for your crypto wallet. Oh, really? Well, let me know. Once you get it figured out, let me know. I'll just give you one. I got 1,000 of them, so... the idea was to sell them for like 1.01. I can gift you one. Okay. Are you on object? Yeah, it'd be cool to trade NFTs. I like object because it's not like you're not breaking the bank, and people are constantly putting up artwork. So, you know, I pretty much put $20 US into this, and this was like 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago, 2.5, probably 3 months ago. I think in November. Was it November? Maybe October. So 4 months. I put $20 into my wallet, and I still have just under $5 worth. I think it was like, last I looked, was like $4 and something, which was like, for $1 a Tezos was like a dollar something. So, and minting is so cheap, it seems like, on Object, that, you know, it makes me want to put more up, and just kind of, because I just want to get the artwork out there somehow, especially the digital stuff. Just want to get it out there. Maybe I can make something banana related too. I'm not on Object, but let me sign up when I get the wallet sorted. Not too clued up with this. Just assuming you need. Yeah, you definitely need a wallet. Are you on any other NFT platforms? Because there's one called Rodeo that's kind of a startup from, I don't know, earlier last year that people have been playing with. But I think Object is kind of, I don't know if classy would be the right word. It's still smallish compared to like sites that you can mint using Ethereum or Bitcoin, which are definitely worth a lot more. I'd be interested in those. I don't know if I'm ready. Oh, okay. OpenSea. I'll check them out. Have you sold anything on OpenSea? And what do they use? Are they Ethereum or Bitcoin or something else? Because a lot of these startup sites have like different currencies. I was on that a couple years ago. Yeah, I think the whole NFT thing has kind of cooled down a little bit, so people aren't all going nuts, and because that's why people see it as a scam. I'm thinking there might be one other site I tried out. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, you don't know these sites. You don't get to know these sites until you actually try them out and use them. But there are a lot of people on Object that I feel like are more about the art. I mean, there's still some that are like, oh, post to like, because I want to make money, but the currency is still at such a like low price or low payout that it's like, you know, unless you're selling at like hundreds of Tezos, you're not gonna make a ton of money. You had an alias. No, you never sold anything. Couldn't tell you the currency. Okay, I can probably find out if I do some digging and research. But OpenSea, I think I've heard of OpenSea. There is a guy on YouTube that does a digital art journal. His name is Adrian Pocobelli. He does the artist journal. It's called Adrian Pocobelli's Artist Journal. And he does these small YouTube shows. And he shows art, like different digital art and artists on these various like platforms. Specifically Object, but he has been showcasing people on other platforms, and he's really gotten into the whole digital art thing. He's even done his own stuff, and that's kind of what got me into it. I really enjoy his show. he just shows different people's art, champions different digital artists that are doing their thing on these different platforms. So yeah, and some of the stuff they're doing is really interesting. A lot of them are using like older applications to create their artwork. It's ADRIAN, and Pocobelly is POCOBELLI. And let me see. The actual link is youtube.com/@Pocobelly, POCOBELLI. And yeah, he's on YouTube, he's on Twitter or X, he's on Instagram. Actually, I don't know if I'm following him on Instagram. I think I was. Yeah, I'm following him. His Instagram is like his artwork. I think he's Canadian. Come on, get out of there. Oh damn, I got a lot of people. Oh, Fresh Cup of Joe was liking all kinds. I'm following him. Okay, yeah, he's on Instagram. No, come on. Pretty whack, come on. Would it be cool moving forward if I make art and send it to you? Do this, like, your response helps Meta offer more relevant advertising opportunities. I don't want to have them. Am I following Josh? Yeah. Why does this seem weird? Lead active yesterday. Sorry, I missed. Not always the best on Instagram. Yeah, he's been putting out a lot of, like, because for a while he was doing short shows, and then they started getting to like an hour and a half long, and he was always going on about needing to make the show shorter. But people were like, I don't have a problem with that. But then other people were like, I need it in smaller bites. And I'm like, just stop and come back to it. But on Endless Paper, you could start this morning since I'm awake so early. Good job for not snoozing. There you go. Yeah, now you got something you could do. You've almost made coffee. You still haven't made the coffee. Nice. I would have coffee, but I'm probably going to go to bed in about 15 minutes. It's crazy. It's almost midnight. When last I looked, it was not even 11 p.m. yet. Oh. I've been laying in bed, torn between the decision to share the day's artwork or not. This one was survivor's guilt. Okay. Yeah, we saw that, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to be better at my social media presence. especially when I'm on so many different social media platforms. It's like trying to keep up with it all. I don't need to worry about that after I left 10 minutes after I parked. Yeah, I mean, you do what you do. Don't feel pressured into having to do something, but you know, you should be inspired. So that's kind of where I'm at with all of this stuff, is it's inspiring. So just, you know, take it slowly and then kind of work up to it. I don't want to pressure myself like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, because then I end up not doing it. And then you just kind of beat yourself up about it, like, oh, I'm not doing it. But it should be, first and foremost, it should be fun. It should be like fun. You should want to do it because you enjoy it. It's fun. Like, to me, like, it's like another medium. You were pretty active on Instagram until you restarted on YouTube. Yeah, I've been kind of neglecting a lot of my other social media because YouTube, but I'm trying to like figure out how to use that other stuff to help with the YouTube and vice versa. Yeah, Instagram has kind of changed quite a bit. Like, now it's like they're trying to get you to do more reels, and I'm like, I don't want to do reels. I just want to do the simple static image. But now you're trying to get me to put my static image in a new format, which is a reel, which is not the format. You can't even see the whole entire image. Whereas before, I used to be able to size it. I don't know. I don't know why Instagram is doing this. Like, they think it's better to do the reels. Like, you are not TikTok. Do you think you're really going to bring people that are already doing TikTok onto your platform, which they probably look at as, that's old news? So quit trying to be the old social media platform, disguising yourself as like a younger, newer version. Like, quit trying to do that. Checking out my NFTs was inspiring. I really liked the monochromatic artwork you first showed me. That was oil effect. Yeah, I've been trying to keep it simple. So, and I really got into digital painting after seeing David Hockney's. He was using this app that I started using much later. I don't know if he still uses it to do digital stuff, but for a while he was using this particular app. I don't know if I still have it on my phone. So the app was called Brushes, and that was probably one of the first digital painting apps that I used when I got back into digital artwork. And the banana animation just got cooler this morning. Or the banana animation just got cooler this morning too. Yeah, I really, after seeing everybody, David Hockney, total legend, love his work. But yeah, he did a series of digital paintings, landscapes and stuff, just whatever, using this app called Brushes. And it was my mom that kind of was like, introduced me to that app. It was like, yeah, this is an app David Hockney used to create digital work. So I started playing with that, and that's what got me back into digital painting. And I did a lot of my early digital work using that app for a long time, and then probably when I started seeing a lot more people using Procreate, and I got a new iPad that I could have Procreate on and use, I switched over to Procreate. But I'm trying to revert back to the whole brushes app, where it's like I'm not trying to use all these different brushes. I just want to use one particular brush, create my images using that one brush, and that's it. I want to keep it simple. Yeah, there's a few apps out there. The other app that I use, I've been trying to teach myself, is Adobe's Fresco. Fresco is what I did that banana animation on. So right now it's pretty much Fresco and Procreate are the two apps that I stick with. I use Procreate a lot more for the painting stuff than I do Adobe's Fresco, but Fresco's an interesting app, especially if you're doing vector drawing type stuff. It does incorporate rasterization, but it is a vector paint program. Some professionals I've been following on YouTube use it for their work, but their work is a lot different from my work. I look at my work as kind of more on the fine art end than using it for like business type stuff. But yeah, that Fresco program is great for just simple animations. Art Set. I'm not familiar with Art Set. Let's see. If it's on Apple, I should be able to look it up. Oh, I need to update a lot of my programs. Come on. Come on, bring up. Oops. Is it Art Set 4? Oh, it's free. Ooh, I might try it. Let me try this. Oh, I gotta use my fingerprint. Oh, wait. Oh, it's free. Yeah, I've heard some people use Omizu Paintz. There's Sketchbook. What else is there in here? iArtbook. I'm not familiar with that. Art Set 4. So Art Set looks like it has really interesting textures that it creates to kind of give the impression of actual paint. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that out, because if it gives more of a painterly look, I'm all for that. And you can saving files. You can probably import and export to different apps to kind of give different effects. Yeah, I'll try it out for sure. Actually, I need to put it on my new iPad, not my old iPad. But yeah, I want to do more like kind of 8-bit looking graphics with more pixelation. Yeah, definitely check out Adrian Pocobelli's art journal. It's very inspiring once you start seeing the different artists that he's showing. And he used to, when he was doing the longer format, you could post an image. He was telling people not to like spam his Twitter or X with too many images. He was like, oh, once a week is great. But he let people post their digital work to the Artist Journal Twitter page, and he would showcase it in his Artist Journal vlog, which was pretty cool. But he's kind of cut that to make his format a little bit shorter. He's kind of cut that out. But he was talking about maybe doing like specific shows where he just showcases the art. But I'm thinking he's just right now focusing on keeping his program short and just specifically showcasing the works that he's finding on these different platforms. Because there's certain artists that he's been following for a long time that he's gotten to know, that he showcases a lot just because he respects their work and thinks they're on like the forefront of digital art as far as like NFTs are concerned, which I like a lot of the work that he shows. So it's interesting. A lot of it's pretty dynamic, especially with the animation type stuff. People are very creative on there. Yeah, I'll check out the artifacts, and I could probably export to different apps too, to kind of like, because once you start to recognize particular fingerprints of like a brush, you kind of want to vary it, because then it just, once you start using that brush, it's like, oh, okay, that's from this app. So because there's another one, I don't know if people are using Photoshop, but I think Photoshop has some interesting brushes, but I don't have Photoshop. Other than Fresco, I don't know if I will try to sign up for Adobe's suite of programs, or even just single programs. I mean, with their subscription thing, I don't know. Just unless I'm making money to support it, I don't want to spend money on that. I don't want to spend too much money on apps that aren't going to generate money for me. So, but I have all kinds of old apps too on old laptops that I can utilize to create artwork. Because there are people still using old apps to create and build their name as a digital artist strictly because they're using these older apps. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. I know there are a lot of people who are like, oh, NFTs, such a scam. That's because you're only hearing about the ones that were actually scamming. You're not hearing about the smaller artists that are eking out a living, doing their artwork on these platforms. Whoops, didn't want to delete that. Yeah, definitely get a cup of coffee, watch the Artist Journal, and you'll be hooked. If you like digital art, you'll be hooked. You'll be like, oh my God, I want to do that and that. Yeah, so art set gives you like pen, oil color, watercolors, oil pastel, pencil, and I think that's it. And I like the limitations. That's kind of like the brushes app. It's just like, you know, if there are limitations to it, it's easier for me to like um, want to use the app. If there's too many bells and whistles, it's hard. Your 8 a.m. alarm just went off. Nice. Well, it is midnight for me. Damn, that's yeah, 8 hour difference. I don't know. I should probably get to bed so I'm not oversleeping and pissing my wife off. But thanks for the suggestion. And I will play with this app just for the brush, the oil, especially specifically the oil and maybe the watercolor. Even the oil pastel, I don't know. Yeah, I like the apps that are very limited. As long as the look of it is like what I'm looking for, I will definitely use it. There's so many apps out there too. But yeah, I barely got anything done in the last hour just because I'm so excited about digital and too much on my plate. But yeah, I definitely enjoy digital. It doesn't give me the same feeling that I get from doing the traditional or analog, because there you're like actually involved with the mediums that you're using and just the tactileness of it. But digital also is fun for just exploring digital in itself. Like, what can you do digitally? All right, laughing girl. Yeah, it was fun. I always love anything art related and other stuff too, but mostly art related. So it's fun to have somebody to chit chat art about. But you have a good morning. Hey, Emmett decides to show up. Wait, no volume? But crush that. There's no volume. Really? This whole time there's been no volume? Wait, you don't have any volume. Laughing girl could hear me. But yeah, hey Emmett, I was about to shut this down because it's midnight here. I know where you're at, it's still 10 p.m. But yeah, my wife has to work in the morning, so I have to call it quits. Well, I don't know why Emmett's saying no volume. Yeah, laughing girl can hear me. Emmett, you're screwed up. All those sirens around you has made you gone deaf. So you can hear me or you can't hear me, Emmett. You see my mouth moving? Like my mouth is moving. I mean, I'm about to sleep. Oh, okay. You have. I got you. I got you. Yeah, well, we're about to shut it down though. I wish I had more time to stay up, but Omizu, can you demonstrate how to change the background on your iPad before you go? You mean like my home page background? Oh, I don't even have a background on my home page. So you're talking about home page, right? YouTube needs a live transcription function. Yeah, I don't know why it can't do midnight vibes for you guys. yeah, you can go into your settings, just go to wallpaper. Yep, home page. Go to wallpaper in your settings. Just add new wallpaper. I didn't even realize I had no wallpaper like my own. Hey, where is it? Photos. I don't want to add any. I guess whatever. Oh. Then you go to your on the side here. You should be able to go to your pictures. Oh, here's all my photos. Okay, yep. Your photos, your library, or if you have anything else, utilities, media types. You can have. I guess you can have animated. Those aren't animated. Screenshots, panorama, live photos, selfies. So, I wonder if there is a way to put one of my NFTs as my background. I'll have to figure out later on. But yeah, you go to your photos. Come on. All. I can have this. I can put my... It's not going to let me... I guess I'll add... Set as wallpaper pair. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know if you have to size it. So I have... to size stuff, I have... Photoshop Express. So you can always like go in your photos. Where is it? And I guess I could resize it. Ooh, do I have borders? Or crop? Can I make it bigger? No. There's got to be a way to make it bigger. No. Adjustment looks. Yeah, anyways, yep. Just that simple. Yeah, a lot of stuff is in your settings. Brightness, all that. Wallpaper. Oh, home screen. Oh, wallpaper, yep. Change your wallpaper from the lock screen. Add new wallpaper. Yeah, so I'm going to keep that. It looks good. Wait, I guess if I did it like this, you see more of it. Yeah, there's ways of adjusting it to size it to fix that. I don't know why they don't allow you to do that within the wallpaper setting. But yeah, so now I got my wallpaper. Thank you for asking that question. Made me aware of that I didn't have a wallpaper. Thanks for sharing the process, dude. Your illustration have so much character and energy. Yeah, so Emmett, I'm gonna try to. So I've been practicing these digital paintings in preparation for just doing oil paintings. So I know it's not quite the same, but I've been approaching these digital paintings as if I were just oil painting. So I want to try to do some of this stuff in the future in oils. And maybe just right now kind of keep it strictly simple color, not try to go too crazy. So if I do like a off black and then white and maybe a tiny other bit of color, we'll see. But I definitely want to get back into oil painting, and you've helped that. you've helped me, you've inspired me to get back into oil painting. After taking probably a 6-year hiatus. you and I'm Painting Badly definitely got me into oil painting. Yeah, and Travis. Travis and yeah, all the oil painters I've been following. I get so caught up in the different I'm always finding new people live streaming, so yep. But yeah, thanks, Laughing Girl. Hope you have a good morning. I'll catch you again in a stream somewhere. Emmett, thank you for your inspiring streams. You know, I was watching you the whole entire time, even though I was live streaming. So if you don't hear from me in chat, typically I'm still there lurking, watching the stream. Oh, yeah, your piece, dude, your piece tonight, amazing. I don't know if you're done or not. Swear to God, you 1 hour and you did all that. Love it. Loved it. But anyways, all right, guys. Emmett, you have a good night. Laughing Girl, you have a good morning. I'll catch you guys again soon. And I'll be stopping the stream here. And I hope you all have a good one. And until next time.